What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 2 minor league recap. Let's jump into it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Very interesting week in the minor leagues. I'm not even going to try to work around this one. Nobody could hit this week. So we do have a couple pitchers on the recap, which I rarely include in my minor league recaps because, hitting's more fun. Anyways, yeah, so not a lot of good hitters this week. Gonna be a shorter video, to be honest, but I did include a few pitchers, definitely pitchers inside the top 100 that balled out this week. But super excited to jump into the video. Let's jump straight into single A. All right, our first player up at single A, and like I said, no one could hit this week. So we got a starting pitcher, which is fine. I do like including pitchers from time to time, especially when they're highly drafted pitchers. Frank Mazzucato is the 7th overall pick in the 2021 draft. This week, over 10 innings, had a .90 ERA. Hitters only hit 118 with a 372 OPS against me, had 19 strikeouts. Only gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run. Did allow 2 stolen bases, which is interesting to me. I wonder if maybe as a lefty, he could be better at that. But who knows? He's still super young. He's 19 years old still. But ton of promise in that left arm of his. Yeah, really good performance. It's kind of embarrassing that we already had our MVP, only 2 players in single A. Literally, I went through every single player in the top 100 that was in single A, and they all were bad this week, except for Jackson Holliday. Jackson Holliday's doing Jackson Holliday things. 2 home runs in this game. Just such an impressive home run. Like, he barely got that, it looked like. And he hit a second home run in that game that almost looked identical to it. So has that opposite field pop. This week, over 6 games for Jackson Holliday, 455 batting average, 571 on base percentage, 1299 OPS. He had those 2 home runs. He had 10 hits in 6 games, 7 RBIs, walked 6 times, stole 3 bases. Jackson Holliday is looking like he deservingly should have been the first overall pick. Our first player at high A is Marcelo Meyer. Absolutely rips a double down the line here. Marcelo Meyer's got a sweet left-handed swing, plays really good defense. Definitely a top prospect in the minor leagues right now. You all know I prefer Lawler over Meyer, but Meyer is definitely a stud. Over 6 games this week, 318 batting average, 444 on base percentage, only an 854 OPS, which is fine because he didn't hit any home runs or triples. Did have 2 extra base hits with those 2 doubles. He had 7 hits in 6 games, walked 5 times, had 3 RBIs, stole 2 bases. Meyer's definitely a 5-tool player. He can do it all. It's just a matter of consistency with him. He hasn't really shown that elite level of hitting ability just yet. Next up, teammate of Marcelo Meyer, Blaze Jordan torches this ball. Blaze Jordan this week over 6 games, 385 batting average, 407 on base percentage, 1061 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, which is great to see because he's a big dude. 2 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games, had 4 RBIs, walked once on top of that. Blaze Jordan, a lot of people are super high on him. I also am pretty high on Blaze Jordan. I'm still waiting for him to take that next step offensively, but hey, this week's a good start. Our next player at high A is Dalton Rushing. He just entered the top 100 here for the Dodgers. He had 2 home runs this week. He looked really good. Rushing this week over 6 games, 250 batting average only, but he had a 467 on base percentage, 1067 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 5 hits in 6 games, 8 RBIs. Love that. You gotta love someone that can, get the job done when people are in scoring position. He had 9 walks in 6 games. Absolutely love that. I will say the only concern with him is he is 22 years old, so he is a little bit above the high A age group, in my opinion. But the scouts seem to love him. Like I said, he just jumped into the top 100. Next up, and I'm so sad I don't have any video of Junior Caminero. This guy is looking like the potential breakout so far of 2023. Campanero's off to an amazing start this season, and this week over 6 games, 346 batting average, 370 on base percentage, which could be better, but he had an 1101 OPS. He had 3 home runs, a double, 9 hits in 6 games, had 8 RBIs, stole a base. He did strike out 11 times, which is, I would say, the only concerning thing. Did get beaten too, but he also just jumped into the top 100 list on the MLB pipeline, and he is looking awesome so far this year. And y'all made me dig this week because no one could hit this week at all. Our MVP at high A, Jonathan Clase. Clase this week over 6 games, 333 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1167 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 7 hits in 6 games, 4 RBIs. He walked 7 times, stole 6 bases. Absolutely love that. So, Clase, I know he's not like a top prospect, but he's definitely someone, in my opinion, that is on the edge of that top 100 list. If he continues to perform this year, he's only 20 years old. He's definitely going to be jumping into the top 100. As we move into Double A, Yuri Perez, he's one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball. He only had 1 start this week, but over 5 innings. He only gave up 2 hits, had 5 strikeouts, walked 1 guy. And honestly, he's doing Yuri Perez things this year. He looks awesome again so far this season. What else could you ask for? He's 6'8", throws gas, has really good stuff. I wish I had some highlights for you guys, but he's just an awesome pitcher. He's definitely deserving to be in that top 20 prospect ranking. Next up, one of my favorite pitchers from last season is off to a super hot start again this year. Basically unhittable, under a 1 ERA so far this season. Also, over 3 starts, he's only given up 1 earned run this year. This week, over just his 1 start, 5 no-hit innings. Did walk 1 guy, but he had 8 strikeouts. Absolutely dominant performance for Gavin Williams. Dude's a stud. Next up, baby Acuna, Luis Angel absolutely goes up to hit this grand slam, and it was destroyed. Acuna this week over 6 games, 320 batting average, 379 on base percentage, 939 OPS. He had a home run, 3 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games, 8 RBIs, walked 3 times, which I love. Stole 1 base. Honestly, I thought he stole more bases this week with how many times he got on. But hey, Luis Angel Acuna, he's not messing around this year. He is small. He's 5'8", but he's got that same explosiveness that his brother has. And I am really hoping he gets called up by the end of this season. That'd be really cool at 21 years old. Like barely 21 years old, too. We kind of got the teammate thing going on right now. Evan Carter is just absolutely getting better and better every single game, it seems like. Evan Carter this week over 4 games, 417 batting average, 667 on base percentage, 1333 OPS. He had a home run. He had 5 hits in 4 games. He had 3 RBIs. He walked 8 times in 4 games. Like, that is just stuff we haven't really seen from Evan Carter just yet. And that is so promising. He also got beaned and he stole a base. I'm kind of starting to jump on the Evan Carter hype train just a little bit. I'm not completely on it yet, but he's only 20 years old. He's dominating in Double A right now. Like, he's looking really solid. I will say his card prices are kind of high, though. He's not under the radar anymore. And our MVP at Double A this week is Colt Keith. I know a lot of guys are pretty high on him. Absolutely smashes this home run to right center. Keith over 5 games this week, 579 batting average, 636 on base percentage, 1479 OPS. Awesome week. He had a home run, a triple, 11 hits in 5 games. Absolutely love that. Walked twice on top of that. Only had 2 RBI, so my guess is no one was on base for him. He also got beaned. He only struck out 4 times, too, in 22 plate appearances. Like, really good stuff. He's only 21. He's going to turn 22 by the end of the season. Not bad for being in Double A at all. And thank God for Triple A. We have a couple players to actually talk about. Matt McClain absolutely destroys this baseball. Oh my goodness. Matt McClain definitely plays up to his size. He's only 5'8", but he definitely, like, it doesn't seem to make a difference. The dude's very powerful. Over 6 games this week, 333 batting average, 524 on base percentage, 1057 OPS. He had that home run, 5 hits in 6 games, walked 5 times, had 3 RBIs. Stole 2 bases, got beaned once. Solid week for Matt McClain. Tyler Soderstrom making his debut on the minor league recap here in week 2. I love his new swing. Like, very simple and still explosive, obviously. Last year he struggled, so seeing that shortened up swing, I'm feeling good about Tyler Soderstrom again. Over 5 games this week, 333 batting average, 391 on base percentage, 1153 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a triple, a double, 7 hits in 5 games, walked twice. Soderstrom's a beast. He really is. When he's hot, he is so good. I am curious what position he ends up playing with the A's. It could be catcher, it could be first base, could be an outfield position. He is athletic. So that part of the game is still a little uncertain, but the dude hits. Next up, Curtis Mead is back, and he left off right where he did last year, and he is absolutely raking. He can just hit. The Aussie this week over 5 games, 389 batting average, 450 on base percentage, 1228 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 7 hits in 5 games, walked twice, had 4 RBIs, got intentionally walked once also. But yeah, Curtis Mead, he's just doing his thing. This dude just can hit. He's only 22, definitely going to debut this year. Like, there's no way he doesn't get at least a couple at bats at the MLB level this year. That Rays farm system, it just keeps on pumping out value, I swear. There's just teammates showing up in this video. Kyle Manzardo, 455 feet. Oh my goodness. Manzardo this week over 5 games, 400 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1367 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 6 hits in 5 games, got walked twice, got beaned once. What can't Kyle Manzardo do offensively? He's so freaking solid. Oh, I love it. He's so good. He's also probably debuting this year for the Rays. Next up, Colton Cowser had an absolute freakish week. Multi-home run game here. Dude's good. Definitely showing why he was the 5th overall pick back in 2021. Cowser over 6 games, 435 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1370 OPS. Had 3 home runs, a double, 10 hits in 6 games, had 5 RBIs, walked 3 times, stole a base. Colton Cowser is the complete package when he's playing well. He's just starting to become more and more consistent. And our MVP this week, Mark Vientos. What can't this guy do? He has such a sweet swing. The Mets need to give him a shot. Okay, to be fair, the Mets did give him a chance last year. He played in 16 games, but it was inconsistent ABs. Did not do great. That's his stat line right there above. But he has been awesome in the minor leagues his entire career. This week over 7 games, 546 batting average, 621 on base percentage, 1621 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 4 doubles, 12 hits in 7 games. He had 8 RBIs, walked 5 times, got beaned once. Like, Mark Vientos, he deserves to be on a major league roster. If it's not going to be the Mets, he's getting traded at the deadline. Like, that's the option. He has to. All right, everyone, that's going to do for the week 2 minor league recap. Again, the hitting was not good this week. Like, look for yourself. Go through that top 100 prospect list and click on them and see how they did this week, because I'm going to go ahead and say about 90% of the people on that list hit under 200 this week. It was absolutely disgusting to go through. This video took some time to put together to find just people to talk about. That was the challenge this week, but we did it. It's over with. Let me know in the comments, as always, if I forgot anybody. The dates for this video is the 16th through the 22nd, Sunday through Saturday. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, everyone. If you guys liked this video, as always, please get a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See ya!